Hello demons, it's your girl Lucy, and hi, I already have another video for you guys because I've been working very hard. The reality is I have no life. And yes, we are redesigning Nikko again for the third time because I got a comment on my last, well, not my last video, the video before my last video where I shared a bunch of Nikko's backstory and like scenes from when he was younger, and somebody posted or commented that, oh, I love the story. It seems like it has potential, but the design is kind of lacking. So, and honestly, they were right. No hate to this person, they actually had a point. I didn't really have a great idea of what I wanted to do with Nico's design. I knew his backstory, I knew his character, but I didn't have the best real picture for him that would actually translate into a good character design. And I think they did have a really good point with he was just like a kid with elf ears and multicolored hair. So I definitely wanted him to get a more fantastical magical design that actually looked like he was created out of pure magic and stuff. So I decided to try and do that. And this is how this is how that went. This video is kind of just thrown together because it's literally just one design, and I just wanted to quickly put out a video saying, "Hey, I changed this design again." The last redesign I did wasn't even really, I wouldn't consider it a redesign. It was really me trying to fit him into a new style because I really wanted my style to be a lot more cartoony than it was right now. And the last drawing of him I did was awful. So yeah, let's start actually talking about the design. So the first thing I always do when I'm trying to create a character that's meant to look like a bird and like weird creatures, for some reason give them antennas. Like something has like cat ears or something. It's not like other. It's just like cute little cat ears, but have antennas. Then it's like different. It's like weird. Okay, that's how it works, at least in my mind. Also, first thing you do is when you're making something trying to look more magic, you just give it a different non-natural color skin. So he's pink now. Yeah, I made that decision. I didn't really have a great plan for this design. Um, I still really wanted him to just look like a cute kid because, like I said before in another video, I can imagine him being created and his father wanting like this big monster to come out of it, and it's just like a cute little kid that's like staring up with him like adorable eyes, smiling, wanting to make everyone happy. So I wanted to keep him looking like cute kid, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't change. Like he still looks a bit human, but more not human. I gave him very. I made his ears, they were already sticking out. I made them like rounder and a bit thicker because I thought it was cuter. Obviously, I added antennas. I added a tail with this thing on there that kind of reminds me of like a tadpole tail. I don't know. I think it's cute. Yeah, I try to use very round shapes, and his skin was being boring, so I put polka dots on it because that's what I do when I think my designs are looking boring. We just add dots in places until they look interesting. For the eyes, okay, yellow, I swear, is always a color that I use for an accent. Like, I think every single one of my main three characters in, like, this series or story I'm creating has yellow eyes. I don't know what's with me in that, but I gave him yellow eyes, and I gave him, like, really light, bright yellow eyes to kind of contrast with the rest of him. I mean, he is very bright. He's literally cotton candy colored. But I tried to give him eyes that really stuck out and looked like they could literally be glowing. I thought that made him look more magical. Also, this sweatshirt that he's wearing that I always seem to draw him in with like the cotton candy colors and the little heart, which I think is really cute. I don't actually think he'd start off the story wearing that, or maybe he would. But what I'm saying is, I don't think his master or his father or whatever would be okay with him wearing that. I can see him having very, very strict rules for what Nikko wears. And I feel like those would be like, it would be very monotone. It would be like everything like matched. He would be choosing his outfits. But I see when Blair comes in, who's very into fashion, who quickly becomes friends with Nikko, even if he is kind of mean. But I can see him being like, no, your outfits are too boring, and wanting to design him like a whole wardrobe because that's just how Blair shows his love. He'll make you dresses or something. And Nikko being like, can I just have a comfy sweatshirt? And then he ends up just stitching that for him, even if he thinks it's a little boring. Nikko loves it because he made it super soft on the inside and it's comfortable. And it's just like Nikko's new favorite thing, and that's why he's wearing it, even if his father doesn't approve. And I can imagine him like throwing it off when I've been calling this person Damien, so we're gonna call him that. I can imagine him throwing it off when Damien comes in the room, like, I swear I wasn't wearing that, okay? So I think that is really cute, and I kind of want to write that moment because a lot of you seemed interested when I did the video where I like wrote out scenes that I imagined Nico's backstory and read them out loud. I want to do one that's more cute and less dark and really depressing and traumatizing things for Nico. I want to do one with like just cute scenes, and I can imagine that being one of them where like Blair insists on making him this sweatshirt and Nico just loving it and thinking it's the best thing ever and being so comfy and cozy because he doesn't have a lot of like comfort things. His father isn't a very comforting or warm person, so yeah, that's all I really have for this video. I kind of just threw it together because it's literally one drawing, one design, but I did definitely think this person had a point. I didn't think it was my best work on Nico's design. It got the vibe, but I wanted him to be more fantastical, especially for our main character. I really want someone that I genuinely enjoy drawing, and I love characters with like tails because oh my god, some characters use tails for fighting, but I always see Nico just like using his tail to like comfort himself and like wrap it around himself when he's scared or like fidgeting with it. And I also think that's really cute. So yeah, that was this video. I hope you guys like the new design. I mean, I like it better. So thank you. Bye guys.